Welcome back. I'm Nicolbw and this is Nictopia. And I have made some changes. I have some Nether wart. I changed my tree farm over to the Mine Factory Reloaded planter and harvester. And I made this cow farm sort of thing. It's not perfect by any means. There are better ones out there, so I'm not even going to show you how to make this because it's not that great. So as you can see, all the adult cows are up there swimming in water. When they have babies, some of them get stuck up there, some of them fall down. Just one of them fell. But the babies will either drown in the water. I don't know if they drowned or not. Or they'll grow up to be bigger cows. I need to figure out how to make that better. But that's okay. I don't need a lot of food. And I'm only using it for the leather anyway. So, as you can see, I have the crafting or the applied energetic stuff up here. Then I have made a bunch of stuff down here. So I was able to get enough ender pearls from the peaceful table to make a endothermic pump for the nether, and to get a what are those called? The ender tanks. And the other ender tank is down here, and it's pumping into here. The tank controller says it has what, 201 buckets plus some. So that's a good way to know if I have enough lava for my engine. So I made a bunch of magmatic dynamos. Behind there are the redstone conduits and the liquid conduits, which are putting all of the lava into there. The redstone ones are turning them off and on depending on how much energy is in our capacitor bank. So, and that's being controlled by the power monitor. I'm not really using these anymore, so I won't show that. There's a door to my harvester and planter. So I also made these to go ahead and automatically smelt things. These automatically process them. So as soon as I put the ores in the system, they come down here and are processed. So I don't even have to wait until those do it if I'm gonna need something for a recipe. Down here is gonna be my mob farm, so to speak. And I'm going to have 4 peaceful tables around each chest. Each of these cobblestone is going to be a chest. So I'm going to have 16 peaceful tables in the end. So this is what I'm going to work on today. We already have all of the stuff. Oh good, we got another ender pearl. I need like 8 more ender pearls to actually do what I want to do with a quarry. So what I'm going to do is, these only work when you have a sword in them. Now they use up the they take amount of damage as they normally would if you were to kill the mobs themselves. So I have lots of cobblestone, lots of wood with my tree farm, so we're just using stone swords because I don't want to waste any of my ingots. So what we are going to do is we are going to put an ME chest down, and this is where I don't want it right there. I wanted it right next to it. This is where we're going to store our swords, our stone swords. So I don't have it hooked up to the ME system, so it's not powered. The ME system is like right there. There's the controller. So it will definitely be easy to hook this up. I just have a little 1K storage system, so it's not going to be that we're only storing swords, and I don't need very many, so that I just picked the smallest one. Now with this, we'll put that there. We'll put this one here. Okay, so I have a fuzzy export bus, and what we're going to do, we're going to set it to match any, and then we're going to move single items and craft, and then we will have it set to active without signal, and we're going to set it for a stone sword. So this is going to craft stone swords and put them in the chest, but only when we have less than, I don't know, we're gonna have 4 chests, so probably 10. Let's do 20 just to be, I don't know, overly prepared. So when there's more than 20, it'll turn this redstone on, or turn the signal on, which will then stop it from making swords and putting that in there. So that is how you do that. We need those connected together. This needs to be connected like that. Actually, we don't even need, yeah, we do, because it needs to be connected. Okay, so, or I could connect it down below underneath there. It'd probably be better because I'm going to connect these like that. That would save me 1 or 2. Anyway, so what we're going to do underneath here, I guess we didn't need to break that one. We are going to put a fuzzy export bus, and it's going to be set to, oops, match any, and active only, activate once per pulse. So we're going to set that like that. Oh, yeah, no, let's not waste the wood. I should have used my axe. I'm not used to having the axe on me. Okay, and then we're going to hook this up. And there's still some stuff in here. These are the things that I'm going to have, well, here. The things I'm going to have in the import bus, which is going to be on top. Now this is going to look pretty ugly because I don't have a pretty way of doing it, but that's okay, because we're going to have a table here on this side, and we're going to have a table here on this side. I don't have enough emeralds to make all the tables, so that's why we're not. So what we're going to do is set these like this. So we're only going to be importing these items. We want to always active, and we can move all those items. Okay, so we're going to have those there. Okay, so what we need to do is hook up the redstone signal, which we're going to do like this, and then we'll do it down to the other way as well. Actually, we don't even need it there. Okay, so we have a timer from Project Red. We're going to put the timer here and set it for 130 seconds. That seems to be the how long it normally takes for the swords to run out. Sometimes they run out slower than that, and sometimes they run out faster than that, but I think in the end it ends up being evening itself out. So yeah, this is gonna look pretty ugly, but I don't really care about how it looks for now. So we could we'll definitely be able to put some conduits on here like that. You know what, we'll change that one to that. And we'll be able to cover some of it up. The redstone, we might be able to use the covers for, but I'm not really sure. I haven't tried that out. So there you go. We're going to have an automated peaceful table that automatically puts stone swords in there. I'm not sure why it's not putting swords in there. Let's see. Match any. Active without signal. There's no signal. And I'll probably have to go upstairs. There might be swords in the normal system. Maybe that's stopping it. I don't know. No, because that would be in the thing. Okay, so there's 3. They should all 3 be in down here. They are. Huh. Well, crud. Let me put 20 in there and see if the light turns on at least. So that was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We'll put 1 extra in there. Okay. So let's see if the light has turned on. And it did. So, yeah. Well, let's see if the next time it comes around, it's going to be a little bit. If it puts a sword in there. Now, 130 seconds worked for 4 peaceful tables around there. This only has 2, so I might extend the time until I can get 2 more in there. That'd probably be best. But let's... Oh, this is taking forever. I need ender pearls so badly. They do not show up hardly at all. I need 8 more to make these things. While we're waiting, I will show you these dimensional transceivers. These things are like tesseracts, if you ever use tesseracts, except you can use them for liquids, energy, and items all in the same block. So you can put one of these right next to a quarry, and it'll take your items back to your base, and you can send energy. So you only need 1 block next to your quarry, and it really uses, see, there we go. Why is that not turning on? Fuzzy export bus. Active without signal. There's no signal. Is it getting a signal from somewhere else? Maybe? Everything else is working. There's nothing behind this wall. That is weird. Why is it not working? You know what? Let's set this to like that. Okay. I am going up we should have the pattern. Yeah, we have a pattern for the sword in the system. So it knows how to make swords. Oops. And I tested this out in a creative world. That was a large slime. Tested this out in a creative world and it worked great. Let's bump that up. Let's do that. Take one of these. Set that. We have move and craft. We are exporting it out of the system. Do I need it to be connected to that? Maybe? Let's try that. No. Well, now I'm completely confused. Why is it not working? Maybe I should just break it and then try it again. Okay, I'm completely confused. Alright, well, I will work on that and see if I can get that figured out. This seems to be working pretty good. It's working a little too good, but now that I've slowed it down, hopefully that will work. 19. I'm going to take this one. 20, and it shuts that off. Not making any more. That went on. Maybe that? Oh, maybe that worked. Maybe that did it. Yep, that did it. Okay. Well, that works. Great. So now this automatically makes swords for me, so it'll automatically be in there. Why? Okay. Do not make any more. Okay. So this will automatically make swords, which will then pump it into the chest, so I will never run out of swords. The only thing that it won't do is it will only pull these items out. So anything extra that we get, armor, bows, all this stuff, that extra that we get, I'll have to come down every once in a while and pull all that stuff out and work on cleaning those out, because if I put just like a basic import bus, it'll pull everything including the sword out. So I don't want to do that. I've tried different ways of keeping a sword in there and I cannot figure out any other way. So if you know how to do it, let me know, because I would love to know a better way to do this, but it's okay. For now, it works great, and those items will, yep, come right out, and then they go upstairs into the A system. So yeah, I'll have that already adding into my system, which is great. I'll have these items. Yay. And so yeah, that's something that I've been working on. I've been working a lot the last few days. I'm trying to get things organized. I've been doing a lot of mining. I keep running out of iron, so I have to keep going and mining more and more and more. So I'm trying to get to the point where I can have a quarry. I've made a quarry. I've made I don't even need a gold chest if I have these. So I was gonna just set it up with a chest, but then I thought I don't even have a way to give it any energy. So I'm very close to making another dimensional transceiver, but I need 2 more of these. So each one takes 4 ender pearls, and I need 8 ender pearls to make the other 2. So one of them is going to go over here with the capacitor bank, and that's where my energy is going to come from. And the other one is going to go over here with just a basic import bus, putting everything into the system. The ME, I've got 4K storage cells. I don't have all of them made, but that's, for now, that's working out great. I don't have the planter and harvester running because I ran into a problem where I ran out of energy, completely ran out of energy. My system shut down, everything was shut down. I couldn't get anything. So I had Stirling engines, not engines, Stirling generators downstairs, and so I had to go mine some coal to run those, start those back up. I had to unpower a bunch of stuff, the pattern stuff upstairs. I had to just basically only run the very basic stuff just to get enough power to get stuff out of my system to be able to get those magmatic engines, and they're not engines anymore, magmatic dynamos and stuff, and get this stuff set up. So let me show you to the Nether, and I'll show you what I've done real quick. And then I think that'll be it. This is where I'm storing all my XP. Just stand on the drain and it stores it there. I'll have a downstairs with a little faucet thing so that I can get it back. For right now, this is where I spawn. If we go around the corner here, oops, there's stairs here leading down. This is where I'm getting my lava from. I also put a waypoint here so I know how to get back. Yeah, so this is how I have this set up. I just use the fluid conduits from Ender.io. These things work great. I love these. And just set that down with a magmatic dynamo. Just got 1 bucket of lava from the lake here. Started it up and it's worked wonders. I saw if I go like this, you can see the fortress across the way over there. And so I built a bridge and went up one of the pillars, and I'll show you. We'll go over there. So this is, I usually like to set up my peaceful table in the Nether with a chunk loader somewhere near this room. I don't know why, it just seems centrally located. So I don't have any more swords, and I didn't think to bring any with me. But I've gotten some stuff. This is how I get my blaze rods for things like the ender tank and stuff. So yeah, the nether shard from Thaumic Tinker. So yeah, this is where I've been getting my stuff. I'll have to go back and get some more swords. I do not have a way to automate this. Not tried, and it seems a little difficult. Normally with the zombie pigmen will drop gold swords, but I guess they used them up before I get here. I normally don't think to check that very often, so yeah, so that's pretty much all I've done in the Nether. A lot, I'm talking hours this weekend have been spent just mining and getting more ingots and Certus quartz, and I worked really hard at getting this lily pad of fertility because I want to get more ender pearl, so I was hoping it would work. I took the watering can, and I just happened to have this essence crop, which gives you the, here, let me look, this. In order to make a lily pad, because I looked around and I could not find a lily pad. So in order to make one, you have to get this nature essence, which has a chance to drop from the essence crop. It doesn't drop every time, but it will drop. So I used the watering can on that for probably an hour before I got enough to make the lily pad, and it wasn't that hard to make the other stuff to make the lily pad of fertility. So then I came over here and was watering the lily pad to make these grow faster, but that doesn't really work apparently. So I was hoping. And yeah, once you want to cook your cows, just press the button, and then I press the button again, but it'll drop down and give you leather and steak. So yeah, I think that's about it for now, and I hope you learned something about automating the peaceful table. If you have any comments about how I can make it better, that would be wonderful. But for now, I have to go get more emeralds to be able to make more tables. I want all of this to be filled and have 4 of them going, so that way I can get ender pearls like crazy, because this is driving me nuts where I only get like 1 ender pearl for an hour of waiting. So yeah, well, until next time, I will see you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy your day. Bye!